Hey, what's up, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen? Something came out of Josh right there. Whoa, bro. What was that?
Oh, great. Oh, great.
The minute I
That's a
start
great way to start the
recording.
show. That's a great way to start the
Good
show.
job.
Oh,
I like
shit.
it.
Anyways, we're going to be talking about Capcom. Jack, what game are you playing right now, brah?
I'm playing Resident Evil Zero HD. Well, actually, it's just the remake of. No, it's an HD port of a GameCube game. That's about it.
Yep, and we're a big Resident Evil fan, so we can't say like we don't like playing these old school Resident Evils. But I want to talk about the state of Capcom going into 2016. Many of you guys out there may not realize what Capcom's schedule is for 2016 from what we actually know. So I want to actually talk about some of the games that are going to be getting released for this year. So I'm just going to shout them all, and then I want to like really point out something I think is really not that great. So let's start off with Street Fighter V coming out this year. We got Birth by Fire
Yeah,
6.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Umbrella, Umbrella Chronicles, Umbrella Corpse,
Oh,
Dragon Dogma
jeez.
The fuck?
Online, Ace Attorney 6, Monster Hunter Stories, Deep Down, maybe the to be decided, Resident Evil 2 remake, and Resident Evil 7. All right, maybe the Resident Evil 7 and Deep Downs are all potential 26 titles, but it's probably gonna be 2017 because we haven't heard anything about those titles yet. But that's what we know right now, and I'm sure, Jack, you'll realize something real quick. Those are all games and titles we know about. There's nothing original really there.
Well, I mean, Deep Down is a new IP. We
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard that much of it, but at the same time, there's so little that we know about it. Although it looks like fucking like something from Dark Souls. That's pretty much about it. From
Yeah.
what they showed like a while back, I believe it was in E3 2013. I
Is
believe
that
around
long
there. They
ago?
showed Capcom.
Wow.
That was that long ago. They showed it off, and we're just like, well, this shit looks like freaking like I don't know, Dark Souls. So I'm guessing making like a Dark Souls S game. But that's all we know. Everything else from the Resident Evil 2 remake that a lot of fans want, and a potential Resident Evil 7, and all these other games that Capcom is doing, they're not really. What's that word? They're not really
They are.
jumping the
Risk
cliff or
taking.
anything
They're
like
not.
that.
They're
They're
not
not
taking any
really.
risks. They're not. They're just doing
Yeah.
iterative things. That's my real issue of the list. I mean, like, if we look at the Street Fighter V, the fifth game in the Street Fighter franchise, it's not like it's something new. Birth by Fire
Yep.
6. Really? The sixth game? Umbrella Corpse. Okay, this is a spin off of the
What the
Resident Evil
fuck?
franchise, but come on, dude. The zombies in
Yeah.
this game are not even the focus, which really sucks. It's humans
They're trying to
online.
make it. They're like
Yeah.
making it a military shooter, which is like retarded. Like the most
That's
popular
like
thing
the
you could possibly do.
it's like the Chris campaign on Resident Evil 6.
Oh
I,
my
I don't
god,
even
let's
want
not
to
even
get
talk.
let's not even get started on that. That wasn't even Resident Evil anymore. Like there were like one story. Leon's story was like the only one that was Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's true
That's funny,
too.
you said that all the
But
time.
my bigger problem
Yeah.
in this situation is that it's just like, why are they not trying anything new? Like, why? Like, I feel like in 2016, only thing they might do is Deep Down, and that's it. Like everything else, Monster Hunter, Ace Attorney, they're not taking. Let's talk about Ubisoft in this situation, right? Ubisoft is willing to try the division. So, like, at least that's a new franchise. You know, Ubisoft is always trying to Wildlands. They're trying to do something different than they've done in the past. I feel like Capcom is always just doing the same thing, you know? Like how I'm right here messing up, it's like, look, right now, guys, I'm playing Strider, and I just keep on running into this let you go wire. That's what Capcom's doing. They're just constantly doing the same thing, even though it hurts, even though gamers, we know that we shouldn't be playing Resident Evil Umbrella Corpse, but there are gonna be Resident Evil fans that keep on doing it. Street Fighter 5,
Oh,
yes.
fuck, get off of me.
Can we
Get
get
off of me.
something
Get off of
new?
me. What the fuck? Get off of me.
That's Resident Evil
Fuck.
6 for you, for HD for you. Wait, oh, you fighting? What are you fighting right now in
Yeah.
Resident Evil? I'm H0.
I'm fucking fighting a fucking cockroach. What the fuck?
I have no
I
clue where to
forgot
go.
about
So
that.
Josh is having a good time.
See, Josh is
about
the
it.
problem. You are the problem, Josh. You're the one who buys every single HD remake. You are the one who buys the Umbrella Corpse. You are the one who buys you. Freshie, do you agree with me? He is the problem with the Resident Evil franchise.
I am not the problem.
Yes,
I
you
did
are.
not make
Is
a
he-
fucking
It's all
game.
your fault.
You are actually correct. He is a prime example of what's
Yes,
wrong with the
you
Resident Evil
are.
franchise.
Oh my
Because
God.
there's too many people
Wait
that
a
keep
minute.
supporting it,
Whoa,
like
whoa,
Josh,
whoa.
that will
Yes.
just buy up any Resident Evil game that they put
Yes,
out there.
yes.
Wait a minute. Hold
Thank
on
you,
for a second.
Freshie.
Wait a minute.
You buy it for the nostalgia. I
Yes,
understand
thank
why
you.
you do it, but you buy it for the nostalgia and you eat it up. Don't get me wrong. I myself am guilty of the same thing with the Kingdom Hearts series, with the exception of the new one that they're putting out. I think it's what
Oh, you know you're gonna buy that. Shut up.
2.7.
You know you're gonna
No,
buy that.
I
Shut up.
refuse. I refuse to buy that because
Whatever.
there's one HD remake, which was Dream Drop Distance HD, and then there's gonna be maybe a small side story for Aqua, and then they're doing something for Kingdom Hearts Key or X, and that was a cell phone game in Japan that had nothing. Another cell phone game in Japan out of the two that they already remade. That it was a side scroller that had chibi-esque chibi characters, and it had really nothing to do substantially for the story. Honestly, I'm gonna watch it all on YouTube because
Like,
I
fuck it, right?
see no replay value in Dream Drop Distance. I still have it for my 3DS. It's still a valid console. If I want to play it again, I'm gonna play it on that. It wasn't that good. I didn't see the replay value in Dream Drop Distance. Plus, I don't want to play Kingdom Hearts Nintendogs again. I have no desire to do that.
I think
was
we're gonna have to do
a
an episode
legitimate
with
part of
you
the
and
gameplay.
freaking Square Enix, because it sounds like
let's
you have a
please
real deep problem with how the Kingdom Hearts franchise
I
is
do,
being
but
treated right now.
let's
for
move
another-
on from Kingdom Hearts and get back to what we're trying to talk about
But
before
I
I
feel
get
like this.
further
We all
sidetracked.
have
I can't.
that franchise that we just inherently will just play no matter what. You know, Josh, I'm sorry. I think.
I have no clue what you're talking about. I
Oh,
really
come
don't know
on,
what you're
bro.
talking
You
about.
have.
Shut up, you're
What
playing Resident Evil
Evil
0.
game that has come out in the last 5 years that have you not bought? You have bought every single one. There's not one I can think that you haven't
Facts.
bought. Facts. Thank you,
True
Freddy. Thank
story.
you. Every
This is a true story.
I bought Resident Evil Revelations 2 and I thought it was okay. Then Resident Evil 1 came out, and then Resident Evil 0 came out, and now I'm waiting for Resident Evil 2.
And you even beat the
I'm sorry,
freaking
but
crappy stories in freaking Resident Evil 6, which I told you shouldn't even have played it. Like, the freaking...
Yup.
Chris's story, man. Damn it. Why was it so bad?
Hey, it was. If you enjoy playing Call of Duty, Chris's story was okay, but it was basically Nazi zombies without the Nazis.
You know
That's
what?
all it really was.
It's my fault too with Chris's
was
story,
Nazi
because
zombies.
I played through that one with you, but at least I didn't play through, whole entire Resident Evil 3 remake right there, because you know that whole entire thing when they were getting chased by the big old guy, that was basically the whole entire Wesker's son. That was just basically Resident Evil 3 all
this is
over
the thing.
again. Uh-huh.
Vicky, this is the thing.
Explain
If
yourself.
they
No, I
did
think-
that for Chris's story, that would have been better than what they did for Resident Evil 6, because it would at least still had a horror element to it, which it was clearly lacking for Chris's story in 6.
Oh, Josh sent me a
It
message.
was straight up.
Whoa.
Hmm?
Damn, bro. Like, your other message is showing up too in the screenshot. That's going on YouTube. Yeah.
But like I was saying, in Resident Evil 6, like, there was no horror element to Chris's story whatsoever. But like you were saying, if they did what they did in 3 for Chris's story in 6, and maybe some of the other stories, people would have enjoyed the game a little bit better, and it might have been more of a success.
Like, and I guess this is like, we're just seem like we're ranting on Resident Evil, but I don't want to just say it's all your fault, Josh. We're just pointing out that you are the prime example of the people who do this stuff.
No, I am not the prime example. I do not go on the forums.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Josh,
All right,
I am
all right.
not one of those
You're not
people
the
that go on
forums guy.
forums and say, I
Foreign
want
people
this.
are not the problem, though. Foreign
No, they
people
are.
not the problem,
They
Josh.
are, because anytime anything changes, I know what Josh is trying to say. Anytime anything changes with Resident Evil, people go on forums and complain. Josh just the people who buys everything without going on forums and complaining about it. I'll respect that.
That is...
But
that is-
I'm sorry, but there are games that people rant about on forums, and nothing gets done in the remake whatsoever about that. Like, the makers are like, we're gonna go through with what we wanted originally, regardless, and we
Yeah.
don't care what you said.
That's true.
So
And they have the
again,
right to do that.
some forums have pull for certain series, but on the other side, some franchises really don't care what people have to say about the games, and they'll just take what the professional reviews said, and they'll be like, okay, this is what's currently being done in the industry. This is what we have in advances in technology. We're gonna apply X, Y, and Z in the new game, and that's all that they'll do for the next game.
See, my biggest problem though, like we're getting off track in a way because we have so many problems with the Resident Evil franchise
Well,
currently.
we're mentioning forums, but go on.
No. I'm just saying
Yeah.
like we have so many problems with Resident Evil because we're Resident Evil fans. We wouldn't be complaining about it if we didn't like the games. If we didn't like it, Josh wouldn't buy it. That's the whole truth to it. But my bigger problem here is the whole entire problem with Capcom. Doesn't seem like they want to try anything new. I don't understand. Like, where are the new IPs from Capcom? It's not like they're broke. They're making money.
Apparently, they like what's old. They like what's old, and they're scared of what's new. I mean, that's what I'm getting from them. And you gotta take
They're
it like
afraid of
every other
change.
developer. Yeah, you gotta do it like every other developer. Like, look at freaking Ubisoft and the Division. They're taking fucking out of nowhere instead of like doing our next freaking Splinter Cell. They're like, okay, let's start and try to do something new. Or any other developer, like they're doing something completely new.
I mean, we could even my problems with Destiny. At least Activision as a publisher was willing to try and pick up a game that was something new, right? It was something fresh we haven't seen before, and I like seeing that. That's what we need more of this generation. Yes, I like remakes just like everybody else. I probably like them a lot more than most people do. Like me and Josh have less problems with remakes than most people because look. Like how you are an evangelist, Josh, for Resident Evil, I am the same way for Tales of Symphonia. I'm going to buy Tales of Symphonia again next month on PC, and I already owned the game 3 times, on GameCube, on the PlayStation 3, on PlayStation 2, and on the PlayStation 3. So this is my 4th time owning Tales of Symphonias. So yes, I make mistakes too by buying the same franchise and games over and over for the Tales. But at the same time, I still expect the developers of Tales to try some new games out. Like, that's just the whole thing to it. And my biggest problem here is I just feel like in 2016, Capcom, unless it's other than deep down, feels like they're not going to be really doing anything new. And don't you guys see that as a big problem? Like, with all the money they're going to make from Street Fighter?
Yeah.
That's true,
they're probably going to look at that and they're going to be like, oh yeah, look at all the money from Street Fighter, so we're going to make a Street Fighter 6.
Yeah!
God.
No, they're going to do Street Fighter Alpha X. Ultra Edition.
I was about to say, I'm sorry, but how are we only up to number 6? I know they made like a ton of different games with different titles, but how are we only up to 6? How long has Street Fighter been a franchise, and how are we only up to number 6?
Yo, I can't even play the video game right now. I'm just laughing at that. You are so right.
But come on, let's be real though. It's 2016, and we're only up to 6.
He has a valid point.
I mean,
we should be up to at least 16. At least.
Wait, is it
at the very least?
Are we up to Street Fighter 5? Is it 5 or 6 we're up to?
Yeah, we're up to Street Fighter 5, but you know, with the profits, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make Super Street Fighter 5, and then Ultra Super Street Fighter 5.
I'm just like, just continue the numbers. Don't add the Super and Ultra and whatever, and Alpha, Omega, whatever. Just go forward.
No, off topic then.
Stop.
Off topic.
Okay.
Hold on, off topic. That's like the same exact shit with Assassin's Creed then. After Assassin's Creed 4, you got what? Assassin's Creed fucking Unity, and then after Unity, you got fucking Syndicate? What kind of fucking shit is that?
I think they just dropped the whole numbers thing.
Like, we have Chronicles China, Russia, like, they even going even crazier with this whole entire Assassin's Creed stuff. Like, but maybe that's why they're taking a year off. Like, that's a whole nother situation.
No, yeah.
Too.
I also think that with as far as Assassin's Creed goes, since 4, they completely just dropped the number thing, and they're just going with names now. I don't know if they're going to return to the numbers. I'm not sure. But on another hand, I think that it might have something to do with Desmond, and they're trying to put other perspectives out there before they're like, okay, this is what we did with the Desmond story. How can we advance this? What is there left to do? What are the other potentials?
Look. This is what I want from Assassin's Creed. Just go in modern day, please. I know a lot of people.
No,
I'm not. Happen. Just do it.
I agree with you, but that would be a potential for a game like, let's say, an Assassin's Creed 5, because
Yeah.
it would be progressing
We're not
with the
getting a number.
story
No.
with.
No, there will be
We're
Assassin's
not
Creed
getting a
5. I
number.
disagree with you, Josh. I think they
Yeah.
will.
There will be an Assassin's Creed 5, and that will progress with the story in the modern time.
Yeah,
That
Right now
that
we
is
have
how they're
Assassin's
going to
Creed.
that's how they're working it. But at least with Assassin's Creed, the number system makes somewhat sense. Whereas I'm gonna go back to Street Fighter again. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't.
we started on
There's
Capcom,
no
so.
logic behind how they're naming the games.
Everybody's shitting on my game, yo.
No,
Hey, hey,
we're not shitting
we
on the
all
game
enjoy
itself.
Street
We're just
Fighter.
saying the
We're
numbering
shitting on
system is
Capcom.
really stupid. Like, how many times did they remake
really
4?
is.
Like, 4 was put out a billion times. Anyways, guys, we could go
Oh
on
my
this.
God,
we
you're
could
right.
complain forever, but thank you, Josh. Thank you, Freshie, for joining me for this Let's Talk this week. We just wanted to talk about Capcom. I really do
Anytime.
think they need to freaking do some more original titles in 2016. Hopefully, they announce something new at E3 2016. We have to wait and see, but come on, Capcom, you're not the brokest developer out there, man. You're making some money. You could afford a new freaking intellectual property, and that's how I'm gonna end this thing. Peace out, guys. Beaky here, Jack and Steve.
Steve.
Laters.